I don't have a new microphone yet. I'm going to try to speak softly. I turned off the air conditioning. Looks like there is a new development in the teleprompter scandal. It looks like she is reading from a teleprompter right in front of her. When she looks down, it is as a distraction to make it seem that she'll look downward for brief seconds. When you look at her looking downward, there's no possible way she's reading anything. But if you look at her eyes as she looks forward, she seems to be going from left to right. I've known about teleprompters for a few months now. Even a computer monitor can be turned into a teleprompter. But they're also sold. There are fancy ones. I've downloaded one video to show the sort of teleprompter she's apparently using in this new video. Hopefully when the video is slowed down, it will become clear that she is reading from left to right in front of her. The beauty of looking straight forward is that if done professionally, the viewer will probably not realize that there's a teleprompter in use. On the flip side, it's not done to perfection. It can be noticed and proven. These are theories that I'm working on. Got a few notes on this one. She says munch instead of much. She can't even speak.
Segments of this are drama. The personal attacks and the back and forth. The real issues behind this are much, much deeper and much, much more nuanced and much more impactful.
I got her saying Tucker Carlson into that name. She seems to say it similarly to myself, elongating it. Tucker Carlson. Now listen to her. This for entertainment value only.
If Tucker Carlson says something and it's truthful, I'm going to agree and say, oh, he said that. And it's right. Even though I don't like Tucker Carlson. I don't have to say I don't like Tucker Carlson every 5 seconds. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not here to, like, make it easier for some of you to be able to talk to people, like, on individual issues, because some of these people just can't do that.
Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson.
Let's take a look at some body tremors. What's doing that to her? Why is she doing that? Craig Costin Chagula also does those body tremors. Sorry, tripped over my words. Their words. Or everyone's words. No one owns the words. I got Fiorella smacking her lips. Let's take a look at that.
Because these attacks all began with TYT. And like I said, I didn't want to talk about them, and I'm not really going to focus on them. But it's like, if you're going to call people a sodic...
She likes to use the middle finger a lot. I think that proves she's a nasty, mean woman. A scary Hollywood woman. I've got a timestamp down here where it seems that she is reading left to right. It's got a timestamp down here that she's fake looking down at the usual spot. I think that's for me. I think that's for us. Anyone who is aware of my allegation, my theory. These people are reading off a script. Now the importance of this theory, if true, is who's writing it. Who the heck is putting all of that together? Because it's certainly not these individuals. I'm not sure whether to keep putting Jimmy Dore into the title. I know it's pretty good clickbait just putting Jimmy Dore into the title. If you search YouTube, it'll make you jaded and cynical. You search Jimmy Dore and it's all these freaking idiots. They're discussing the Kyle Kalinske, Jimmy Dore, Cenk Uygur scandal. As if it means something. The medium is the message. Marshall McLuhan taught us that. So that's that for my notes on Fiorella going solo on some sort of new, most recent show. This I found is from like a month ago. She was hanging out with Ryan Dawson, a known anti-Semite. Dawson is apparently COINTELPRO. He's associated to that Patrick Little guy.
has a Jewish problem. To the people of Sandpoint, Bonner County, and North Idaho, my name is Patrick Little, and I'll be arriving shortly.
Well, the man in that robocall is Patrick Little, a neo-Nazi who is running for U.S. Senate in California.
Sometimes I go into the archives and can find some video I already have that might help. I caught Dawson saying it's not COINTELPRO, it's just a bunch of dumbasses. I'll try to track that down. I think it's an exclusive. I think he posted that to BitChute and then he deleted it. I think that's what happened. I can only imagine what the disinfo said. He quickly deleted that video. It was only 25 seconds, so couldn't have been too much. Maybe he was doing a test, or maybe he was targeting a few people. This is the same guy who doesn't want you to think that COINTELPRO is all over the place.
I gotta tell you about the false alternative media because they're already out there saying a bunch of baloney about the bombings in Boston. It is ironic that it's on Israel's Memorial Day that America gets bombed, but these people are out there saying the whole thing was fake. These are the same kind of people who said Sandy Hook was fake. And this gibberish destroys the credibility of actual alternative media that exposes lies of the government. Because these people, they use a bunch of catchphrases and sloganeering. They say things like false flag and blah, blah, blah. But they paint a picture that is absolutely absurd and stupid. And this is on purpose. And no, they're not agents. They're not getting paid. It's not all COINTELPRO. It's just a bunch of dumbasses.
So, according to Ryan Dawson, crazy stuff is deliberately posted, yet it's not COINTELPRO. Oh, Magnus was on this show. There's some guy, Clover something. There's some guy in there. I've seen him before, once before. He looks very much like Oliver Reed, British drunk. He also looks like he might partake in the sauce on Misty Frills, Misty Winston, Misty Paid Fake, Misty I'm Getting Paid was on. Give me a break. There's no way she's a lefty. They're all military. There must be some type of savant. I observed. I cracked the code. I noticed stuff. Other people, they're going through life every day like la-di-da-da-di-da. It's all passing them by. While myself with the special brain wiring, I'll see a tree. I'll go, oh wow, what a tree. And it goes into the roots, into the ground. Look at the sky and the sun. That kind of enlightenment leads to some amazing observations. Unfortunately, I'm humble, so I'm not able to really feel any, I don't get any confidence out of it. I don't feel any better about it, which sucks. Like, if you're that great, you think, how can someone that great be so humble? You know, of all these people, I think Magnus is the most sober. I don't think he's who he acts as. I think he's some hotshot, ambitious career spook applicant. He does not look, maybe I'm missing it, because there's another guy I thought Chardula was more of, to the alcohol than the other stuff, but then I was wrong on that. I was wrong about Jackson Hinkle. Who else was I wrong about? Oh, I was wrong about, Johnny Mayorga. He looked really straight-laced. I thought he was sober. But then when I finally got some looks at him, same with the Robbie Yeager guy, if you just take a good look at them, you really start to see what's going on. Then you wonder what kind of drugs they take, they took. Misty Winston, I mean, every single one of them seems to be like from the barfly. I'm not trying to put anyone down. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. I'm saying it is what it is. They all look down and out. It's one of the stereotypes for informants. Jimmy Dore sutured to the hip of all this. There's no way this is about GOP infiltration. It's gotta be COINTELPRO. It's just so extensive and everywhere. I'm thinking you're pushing militias. They're caught filming for police. So that's why I'm confident this is a COINTELPRO racket. GOP infiltration? No. No, 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 no. Alright, so let's go to the notes. The other show. He was too loud. The kid shouldn't have been in there. Also, Dawson's chair kept creaking. I'll try my best to get a new microphone. That's how I have my Asperger's. I'm always worried about sounds. I think about the other people, you people hearing this. I do feel bad that it has probably sounded a little bad in some of the other videos. Hopefully this talking soft will, hey, maybe I can put ASMR into the title. Yeah, the key is to just get some viral $1 million hits for page views, and then they find the other videos, and then Convo Couch is canceled, Jimmy Dore is canceled. I'd probably end up with one of those late night TV shows, but first I'd have to guest. I'd have to probably do some stand-up routine, show some kind of talent so they can follow that up with a book and movie deal. But I digress. So, where were we? Alright, thankfully I have timestamps. New shtick has me not mentioning the times that way. It's a cleaner feed for the audio. I've written down weird, paid fake laugh. That should be good. Weird, paid fake laugh. I've got acting like a junkie. That should be interesting. Let's take a look at that.
Unbelievably frustrating, and I think that that's honestly I think that's what the people that dislike us so much, I think that's what they have a problem with. If they can't like put you in a box and give you a label, it freaks them out, and they have no ability to even process that you could be consistent. And if you're against censorship, then you're always against censorship, or if you're against war, you're always against war, or whatever the case may be. I think that a lot of these people have allowed themselves to like have this team identity. And so if it's their team, then it's okay.
Yeah, and I mean, like I don't know how it isn't more obvious to more Republicans of like, if you go over the last month, they've been in full doomsday mode in terms of their messaging of like the pipeline shut down, the economy's going to hell, Biden's so awful, like our culture's under attack, blah, blah, blah. And they ramped all this up to 100, but then they all stopped and jumped behind Holly to put everything on pause to vote to condemn a resolution just to complain, essentially, to get criticizing Israel. It's like, oh, I thought the economy was exploding. I thought that like we were risking like going to war and all this bad stuff. So you guys have time. All that can be put aside for a second for you to complain that people are complaining.
And if the economy is imploding, why send another 700 and some?
Acting like a junkie. Now, for this ASMR thing, it's only women do that, or can guys get in on that? Because that would be some pretty good, easy money. You could just talk at a really low buzz. Gives people the good, positive, spider tingly sensation. Wanted to go back to my old shtick. I'd go like, timestamp. But, Jardula made fun of the Aspie. He made the Aspie cry. I can no longer say that Tokyo Shemp News Network thing. I hope you're happy, Jardula, making the guy with Asperger's feel bad. See that, Fiorella? I can act too. I do it without a script. I write my own stuff. Must be pretty weird, shaking and baking all over the place with your body, reading off a script, being so down and out, yet still in public, and acting fake journal, fake activist. It's quite ridiculous, and thousands already realize this. Cat's out of the bag. Okay. Got Misty sucked. I think she freezes. Then Feet keeps nodding as part of her job description. Then she gets the middle finger. Man, who does that? Maybe once in a blue moon we'll give a middle finger by accident. Maybe we have an edge, and out of convenience it's the middle finger, but we're not doing it. We hope no one sees it. We don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. There's Fiorella, Isabel, always giving people the middle finger, always spreading that negativity. Okay, we're about to wrap this up. We do have some screenshots to eventually go through. We're going to go through the deck. I stole that from Dore Media because they stole it from me. I used to have, and in other news, I'd have screenshots. I'd have Medium wind up, all ready to go. I used to sing. No one else was singing. I go say, Mr. Blue Sky, Mr. Blue Sky.